being here today. My name is Vasu. My student ID is 2311626, and we are excited to present our management simulation research project. Our case study is titled Can Social Value Shape Consumer Preference? Through this presentation, we will explore how individual social value influence consumer decision making with a simultaneous marketing environment. This presentation looks at important questions in marketing. How do social value affect what people buy and how sold companies respond? Today, people care more about values like fairness, sustainability, and the cultures. And world become more connected but also more diverse. Companies must understand local belief, custom, and the cultures as well. If they don't, their marketing will be failed. In the next 14 slides, we will walk through our goals, key ideas, example, and the suggestion from our research. Let's start with the main aim and the objective. Our slides show the aim and the four main goals of our research. The main aim is to understand how social value affect consumer behavior. In simple words, how people believe and they culture influence what they buy. Here are the four key main objectives. The first one, the look at how share value like family, traditional, or the environment affect what people prefer. And the second one, so how company needs to match their marketing with those values. The third one is explain why it's important to adopt marketing for different regions or the cultures. And the fourth one, find out how companies actually do this by changing their branding, language, and the design or messages to suit local values. So now I'm moving to the next slide. Let's now talk about the main idea. Why social values are important and how they shape marketing. Social values are the common beliefs, habits, and the traditions that guide people's behavior in a culture or the society. These values are different across countries and even between regions in the some country. Today, people don't just buy based on price or feature. They want to know if a brand share their values, like protecting the environment, promoting fairness, or respecting cultures. If a brand ignore local values, it can go wrong fast. People may criticize the brand or even stop buying from it. So that's why it's not just good but necessary for a market to understand and include social value in their strategy. It's the key to building trust and the success in the long term. So yeah, now I'm moving to the next slide. This slide explains why this topic is popular and relevant for the companies today. We live in a global world where brands sell across many countries, but even global companies need to understand local cultures to connect with the customer. For example, like Nike has a global message, but its ads look different in different countries to fit local values. Also, consumers have a more power now. With social media, they quickly speak up when a brand makes mistake, especially if not respect of culture or the values. Brands like H&M and Pepsi face backlash because they did not get the culture tone right. In the case study, I use ideas from Hershey's culture theory and apply them to real example. The goal is to show how social value affect both what people buy and how companies should sell them. So next slide, my colleague will explain. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Hassan Zahoor, and my student ID is 23099154. And today I'm going to discuss my assignment, and my topic is theoretical frameworks. These slides give us the introduction to the theoretical framework of the research, bringing structure of meaning to our analysis of how social values construct consumer. We apply Hofstede's culture dimensions theory first, which is commonly used in international marketing. It can account for the way societies vary in the terms of values, such as individualism, power, distance, or uncertainty. Avoidance, marketing evidence, marketing for instead in the collective society such as Japan will be quite different from marketing in the individualist culture such as the US. Second, squashed value theory defines overall human values such as tradition, conformity, and self-direction. Knowing what to value influence behavior, particularly in industries such as fashion, technology, or cuisine, where values are vastly different per region, is helpful. Third and last, consumer culture theory, CCT, introduced as a sociological component by showing how consumers employ products and brands of significant their identity and culture affiliation. Taken together, these theories show us why consumer behavior occurs and how companies can capitalize on those large cultural trends. Now I'm moving the next slide. Role of social value and the consumer preparedness. Here we highlights the big theme of the case study, how social values drive what consumer purchase and why they stick with some brands. Today's customer don't just consider price and quality. They also seek brands and embody their personal or cultural values. For example, people in green culture wants companies that utilize renewable material or processes ethical origin. Um, Patagonia and the Body Shop both enjoy good reputations by sticking to green values. Similarly, in more conventional or family-oriented culture, individuals are open to advertising that is based on respect, family roles, and social harmony. A case in point is the Surf Excel campaigns in South Asia, where kids are shown doing acts and of kindness, even if that's meaning getting dirty, encouraging cleanliness, as well as more value. When brands are more in sync with these values, they can create an emotional bond that result in the greatest loyalty. But when things don't align, customer lose interest or even boycott the brand. Now I'm moving to the next slide, and this is marketing and cultural sensitivity. Along with the real world example, I've added a diagram that usually explain how companies can balance global branding with cultural sensitivity using the global approach. This strategy uh, combine globalization with its focus on standardization, cost efficiency, and speed with localization, which is also about cultural closeness, flexibility, and regional responsiveness. For instance, Dove took a global approach by maintaining the personality of their brand in the form of the real beauty everywhere globally, but modifying models, words, and values to fit the local beauty ideal. Pepsi didn't do that. Instead, their protest and assumed global messages have the same reaction anywhere globally, and that didn't work. The chart panelly shows that the effective marketing is in the middle, where frame are low on the complexity through global efficiency, but still maintain local customization with a good understanding of social norms and consumer values. Being sensitive to culture is not about taking side, it's about bringing both ends together respectively. Thank you so much. And the more slides my colleague will explain it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Abdullah Khalid and my student ID is 23090787. Here in this slide, we discuss how consumer values especially influence South Asian consumer preferences in culturally and religiously diverse nation. Predominate among them is collectivism. People make decisions based on family or community. Marketing here is more about emotional narrative, highlighting how products help strengthen relationships, take care of grandparents, or demonstrate respect for tradition. One such example is Surf Excel Daag Achhe Hain campaign. Advertisements like these depict children doing something good, even if it cost them dirty clothes, conveying both cleanliness and moral good, extremely appealing to South Asian consumers. Likewise, Fair and Lovely also originally relied on indigenous beauty ideals of fair skin, though later adopted under protest. This adoption is a proposition of evolving social values. Even international gains, such as Coca-Cola, succeed by tipping into local themes such as harmony in the family and logistic familiarity, proving that local relevance in the future. Understanding these social values allows brand to connect with consumer on a deeper emotional level. Now I'm moving to the next slide. In this slide, Nordic nations, particularly Sweden, provide a solid example of how deeply rooted social values impact consumer culture and brand success. The region is intensely focused on sustainability, equality, and individualism, and it is these values that have a direct impact on branding. IKEA promotes simplicity, social justice, and green consumptions, fitting in with the Scandinavian living standards. H&M Conscious range is an example of green fashion movement. Volvo promote a safe, innovative drive with social purpose rather than product attributes. Looking at the graphic here, a top 10 most valuable Swedish brands 2022, we can see how these value first campaigns take over the top spots, with IKEA and Volvo at the forefront. Spotify and HM take the second spot, demonstrating how placing social values at the heart of business strategy, making brands more resilient and desirable to consumer. These business success stories are not merely culturally convenient. Western liberal values, and particularly in Scandinavia, are also business strategy tools. And now I'm moving to the next slide. In this slide, Middle Eastern brand strategy is also influenced significantly by religion, tradition, and collectivism culture. Islam and religion is general is significant in determining product and advertising positioning. For example, is expressed in fashion brands such as Onas, which provide luxury fashion with design uh, suitable to Islam dress codes, but still maintaining aspirational appeal. Family and loyalty are of the greatest significance in consumer messaging, and Almarai, our dairy company, always use family-led campaigns based on culture, heritage, and trust. In contrast to Western individualistic branding, Middle Eastern campaigns remain controversy-free, culture-friendly, and Sahara complaint, most notably with regard to gender representations and imaginary. Home harmony, family values, and hygiene living are exhibited by brands such as Noor Cooking Oil, which deeply connect with the local consumer here. Uh, now I'm moving to the next slide. In this slide, this timeline plots the number of scholarly papers on various facts of culture identity in branding against time, marking the increasing role of value-based branding. We see a step rise in publications after 2014, which reflects growing consequences about issues such as gender, age, and race, and LGBTQ plus identity. For instance, articles related to race saw 18 in the 2019 to 2023 year alone, from Mary Ford prior to 1947. This surge is traced on growing worldwide demand for diversity, representation, and cultural sensitivity in advertising. It also tracks the evolving expectation of consumers. Now, consumers hold brands accountable to take ac- advertising. It also tracks the evolving expectation of consumer, how consumer hold brands accountable to take actual stance, no matters of social importance. On chart 2, two of the leading cause of abandonment are: one is a bad experience with the product or service, 37%. Second is a bad customer service experience, 32%. These underscore that provide a good overall experience is paramount over providing the best value. Now I'm moving to the next student. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is MD Saiful Alam, and my student ID is 2310567 8. So I am presenting the slides number 12, which is business strategy and adjustments. So in these slides, I'm going to talking about the tightrope act that brands are forced to perform between worldwide standardization and hometown touchiness. Standardization means that internationally identity is uniform. Let us think of McDonald's of or Nike trademark and how it can be instantly recognized everywhere in the world. By itself, it is, however, not sufficient. Localization is essential in current culturally distinctive markets like in the Middle East. An example is the fact that McDonald's have halal approved foods in Muslim dominated markets, yet they have not lost their identity as a global brand by pleasing the religious locality. Similarly, Nike does the same by launching local advertisement campaigns of Muslim sports women in sport hijabs to attract the local consumers. So I'm moving to the next slides. Uh, this is opportunities for marketers. Value sensitive marketing opens up huge opportunities to brands. Once brands resonate with what the consumer values is, such as being inclusive, sustainable, or having mental health, um, they go beyond creating the customer and have now become a spokesperson on their behalf. Value sensitive marketing means more than sales. It means talking about identity and purpose, and this consumer is listened to. As an instance, a brand which can relate, uh, oh, relate to the social cause that communicates to the target audience creates more profound connection on the emotional level. Other than that, alignment is applied in the creation of brand positioning in a competitive marketplace. A customer will stand a better chance or culturally ideology. So I'm moving to the next slides. Uh, Slides number 14. Uh, Although the potential of value-based marketing is tremendous, it is equally risky and limited. One of the greatest risks is misinterpretation of cultural uh, subtly, which is the good that cannot be viewed as deep or exploitive unless properly researched. This indicates that value are changing rapidly as well as since the cultural evolution. evolution of Gen Z and other generations is rather repeats successfully in the previous year can be outdated or worse still obnoxious in the current year. The idea is that brands ought to be aware of communities rather than trying to make out that they know them. So I'm moving to the next slides, uh, slides number 15. So there are the short-term options. Example one can begin with research and listening, meaning creating a perception of the cultural environment based on audits and then taking about them, testing and leveraging local influencers guarantees authenticity and the elimination of risk. In the longer term, success will depend on embedding this into the DNA of the brand. This means developing internal capability groups with cultural intelligence and expertise. So I'm moving the slides number 16. Uh, this is the last slides. Uh, so this is our conclusion. Overall, a value-based marketing is no fad. It's essential in our globalized identity-focused market by understanding what matters most. Shoppers, brands are able to transcend transactions and build true long-term connections. The trick is to be culturally sensitive and of one's own kind, and to present a unified brand presence worldwide. Uh, those that matter this juggling act will not just stay alive but will thrive. Thank you so much. This is all about our presentation. Hopefully we done this perfectly, and thank you so much on behalf of our group members.